and storytelling. I think that's one of the largest parts of playing electronic music sets that I actually miss is getting to just like kind of shoot the shit a little bit and break the wall that between here and there, which sometimes gets built up when there's a stage. And I think sometimes that, you know, one of the magic of the singer-songwriters, you remove that wall and you connect with your audience and you're like, oh my god, that's a human, I'm a human. Cool. Whereas sometimes with electronic music, that doesn't happen, and everyone's like, we're all on the dance floor and you're up on a pedestal thing and we can't even really see you, and you're there like, hi, I'm this person, I'm going to crush your face off, let's dance. And that's it. All my music's free, have a good night, bye. And so this is fun. So here's a fun story. God, and most of the songs I wrote were from years ago, and I just started writing new songs again, which is really fun. I had been dating this woman, have been, I don't know, whatever. Yeah, how it goes. Anyway, she's very inspiring, nonetheless. Her name is Julia, and she's an absolutely incredible woman, and she has rekindled my love for singing and playing again, which is really awesome. So big love to all the muses out there, men and women musing one another. That is a very big part of my work. And if you ever have a chance to chat with me and you know anything about the other part of my music from the human experience, also a big part of my work. So anyway, many years ago, I was in North India in a place called Dharamsala, Bagsu specifically, which is a really beautiful place if any of you have ever been there. And it's in the base of the Himalayas, and it's so gorgeous. And anyway, I had traveled there with this really, really sweet, very, very cute 19-year-old at the time. I was 21, so no big deal. Which is not that, it's like I'm 27 now, and my birthday's in a couple weeks. Yeah, Saturn return. What's the deal with that? I don't know. Anyway, so I'd met her, and I'd been doing a lot of LSD at the time, we don't have any authorities in here. I'd been doing a lot of LSD at the time, and which was cool, obviously, because LSD in India is awesome, and anywhere else is awesome too. And then so I'd been there with and girls like, I want to try LSD, and I'm like, I'm not responsible for you, but I do support your journey, and I hope you have a lot of fun. I recommend you have a buddy and go on that journey with a buddy. And she was like, I'm going to be totally good, it's going to be me and my sister, and we're going to like do some LSD, and it's going to be awesome. And I'm like, okay, have fun. So at 4 a.m. comes along, she's like, oh no, it's happening! And I'm like, I told you. And she's like, I need to snuggle. And I'm like, I can help you with that. So we did. Cute, right? Cute. So anyway, this song I wrote the following morning about her first, and so here's side note of post. Her name is Olivia, and then when I started dating Julia, she's like, I want a song about me, and I'm like, oh man, well I haven't written any songs in a while, but I have this song that could be about you because she's all sparkly-eyed, but it's about another girl that I had written it for, and she was like, oh really? And she's like, what's the girl's name? And I was like, Olivia. And she's like, oh, well, I was going to be born with that name, and my parents decided to get it Julia. And I'm like, oh, that's technically about you then. So, right? So, kill two birds with one stone. And, right? I didn't even need to write a new song. But the hard part is I've been singing the song for so many years that every time I switch the name Olivia to Julia, I sometimes forget. And she's like, oh, play me that song. And I'd be like, oh, Olivia, oh. Fail. So I'm going to sing it with Olivia because I like the way it sounds in the song. But it can be to Julia too. So if you see Julia, then you can be, David sang your song, kind of. Don't tell her this part.